Welcome to Lunas Masahe, a full video deep tissue massage. Full video deep tissue massage. Alright guys, here we are lengthening the spine at the same time working the scapula and QL. So we are working group muscles here. QL, lengthening the spine, the erectors, and the scapula. So this is actually feels fantastic, especially if you have a lot of tension in your back, work all day. So this is a great technique to do right there in that medial part of the scapula, and then work on the QL. So we're working the top and bottom muscles, the QL, the sacrum area, and at the same time we'll lengthen the erectors, the spine, and then work on the scapula area. So this feels amazing. So right here we're adding a little bit pressure, but we're still using broad stroke, and then go to the QL attachment. Again, we're starting the top right there, the super angle, the scapula. We're usually a lot of tension, and then we're following the erectors, and then stop at the QL attachment, and then put a little bit of pressure here. And here we're loosening the QL area, the lats, palpating the erectors there. We don't really put a lot of pressure down. So what I'm using here is sliding the muscles. Okay, sliding the muscles. Right here is the traps. Kneading the straps, and then do some stripping. A little stripping. The rhomboids area. This feels amazing. So my technique is I do not dig in right away. I usually do a lot of warming the muscles and gently add pressure, progressively add pressure. So I usually use a lot of broad stroke. Broad stroke, sorry for that. So yeah, lots of forearm, fat belly of the forearm, and then if my clients really need a lot of pressure, and then I use my elbow. But most of the time I do not use it right away. I do a lot of warming up. That way, I just kind of like introduce myself to the muscles. Do a lot of warming and then flushing, and that way you relieve the tension at the same time you introduce relaxation, not just pain, because massage does not need to be painful. It's supposed to be relieving and relaxing. So that's what massage is, not painful. All right, here we are capping this, we're hugging this scapula here, finding the tension, and then work on it. We can do a little bit of tugging and a little bit of mobilization to the shoulder blade, and working on the straps area. And also, jostling is a great move. So I do a lot of jostling, especially the shoulder jostling, a lot of jostling for joints area, especially shoulder, legs. So I do a lot of that jostling. I work my thumb for detailed work, but I usually do not do it for like for big muscles, because my thumb is just a little muscles, and I don't really wanna. I mean, I need my thumb throughout my career. So this is a long journey, and if you keep using your thumb and these big muscles like quads, and and you won't last very long. Those are little muscles. So big muscles use big tools like forearms, fist. Small muscles, you can use your thumb, like for example, fingers, and neck. I use my thumbs and neck, detailed work. So I even use my elbow sometimes on the neck and my forearms, depending if I have enough room that I can squeeze my forearm. Then yeah, I use my forearm to the neck area. So pulling the fingers, always be cautious on that, because clients sometimes have arthritis, and you don't want to be pulling their fingers. Mobilizing a little bit here and there, but gentle. I mean, that's not bad, but you have to always ask the clients if it's okay. What are the restrictions? Always ask. Restrictions. Always ask them, because we don't want to injure our clients going home. Our goal is to treat our clients and make them feel at their best, but then if you do it without thinking what are the restrictions that they have, and you might accidentally injure them, and that is just going to defeat the purpose of the treatment. So right here again, we're working on the scapula. So working the bottom, working the top. So right now I'm working the inferior angle of the scapula, going to the rhomboids and the traps. And also I'm actually even working the supraspinatus muscles here. So this is great technique. I love this. This is my favorite. I always have a good feedback on my clients on this one, because it's really and then you can control your pressure here. You can add more pressure, or you can just do light pressure, depending on how much the client can tolerate. Again, I'm jostling the client's shoulder here. My client here specifically, have limited range of motion on his shoulders. So this session here is actually focused on the shoulder, improving the mobility of the shoulder. So we are working a lot, detailed work here to release the tension. So lots of jostling in the joints, but carefully, because this client has limited range of motion. So working a lot, all the muscles that's involved in the shoulder, we're working a lot on that. So we're doing a lot of jostling here, and stripping, muscle stripping. Okay. So following all that, the scapula area, the teres muscles. Yeah, right here we are working the teres muscles right here. And we apply a little bit of stretch while working on it. Okay. So that's Lunas Masahe usually technique. So, and then of course use the hands. Don't forget the hands. It's always relaxing to work on the hands, especially in that thinner area right there. That's amazing. Okay, and right now we're working on the back area. Oh. So this is usually when I work the glutes. I usually work it first while it's draped. Okay, I do not need to undrape the glutes when I'm working. I can do it over the blanket. Okay, especially if my client is wearing underwear, I don't touch their underwear. I work on their glutes over the blanket. that is, the blanket serves as a boundaries, okay, it's a barrier, okay, so you have to respect that area there. So I pay attention. If my clients have their underwear, that means I'm going to work over the blanket, okay? If they have no underwear, if they're going to um, during the session, and then I work on the glutes, skin to skin. So you have to analyze what is the, you have to understand on the body language and everything. So if if the clients have pants, that means don't work on the legs, okay? So, or you can say, hey, you just want me to put mint on the legs and stuff like that. So you just need to ask questions. So because that way you are going to build that trust to the client. Okay. Right now I am jostling again. So we are moving again. I do a lot of mobilization in my session. So work on this hamstring. Right now we are working on the glutes. We're working the glutes. Okay. So I do a lot of palpating first before I dig in. I palpate the muscles. If the muscles is very tight, which area has got a lot of tension, and I work a lot on joints a lot, because tensions actually, if you loosen up the belly of the muscles and then you don't work on the tension and or the joints, it does not really give you a lot of justice, okay? Because joints is a lot of ligaments and tendons there, and then ligaments and tendons does not have a lot of blood supply, so they tend to heal, or quite time. Takes time for them to heal. It's because our blood is the one that heal us, okay, that lubricate those muscles, okay. So that was it. We work on the hamstrings, the legs, and the foot, and then here we are on the other side. All right, lift up the leg and then slide through. Okay, and then always be mindful the draping, push through and then slide. Don't slide it right away. That way you do not pinch your client. Right, warming up. Always introduce your muscles first. I even do a little bit of jostling. And then if you're draping, if the sheets come off, don't be scared to stop. Stop a little bit what you're doing and then fix it, because you don't want to expose your client while you are doing the session. So right now we're warming up the muscles. There does not have a lot of pressure here yet. Does not have a lot of pressure. And don't forget the glutes and the low back. Okay, our body are all connected. So right now we're working on IT band. So when you're working on IT band, be cautious about it, because this area usually is very tender. So ask the clients, how's the pressure? Do you want more pressure? Right now we're working on the hamstring. So I like the side. I like this way right here. If I hike up the legs, is because I can work the IT band, the lateral quads at the same time, the hamstring. So I can work group of muscles, at the same time. And I can even work on the joints there. So here we're working on the feet, the foot. So I love like that, right? The area right there on the ankle, on the top, the foot. So it's very relaxing. I mean, those little muscles actually get tight. We have a lot of muscles involved on our feet. So so a little bit pressure, acupressure in the foot. It makes a difference. It feels good, especially if you have tired feet throughout the day. Right, we're gonna shift to shoulder again. All right. So this session right here is parts by parts. Okay, I just continued this. I actually just kind of like, it's not a continuation. Okay, you probably be thinking, why is this like work on the foot, work on the back? This is put together. It's part by part. Okay, so right now I'm working on the traps. As you can see, okay, right here I am following the erectors. I actually do not recommend this technique right here, because if you use it all the time, this technique right here, it does, for me, it does not feel good on my knuckle. So clients probably like this, but it's not comfortable for therapists. Okay, so I just tried this actually, but I do not use it all the time. Actually, there was like, I only used that technique one or twice, and I did not like it. So I just tried it. How's that feel? And I did not like it. So it's the same thing, guys. If you do not like, if you feel a little bit pain, or if it's not comfortable, even the clients like that technique, don't do it. Don't do it, because you have to also protect yourself. Okay, you have to also so you always improvise. So massage therapist is like an artist, you know. You have to see how are you going to position your body without hurting yourself, at the same time feels good to your client. So right now I am working on the shoulder girdle, the scapula, the shoulder blade. Okay, so I'm working the traps, the supraspinatus, and the shoulder blade also on the back. I actually have my hand open and grabbing this shoulder blade and mobilizing it. Okay, while working on the side, and then the pecs. So I'm working group muscles here. This is a great technique for clients that has limited range of motion the shoulder, and this is why I'm doing this, because this is specific client here, she has limited range of motion. So I spend a lot of time on the anterior shoulder, the top, the pectoralis. I mean, all the muscles involved in the shoulder, the bicep, the tricep, the teres muscles, and yeah, I work all of those muscles that's involved in the shoulder. It's because those muscles are the ones that, if the muscles got limited range of motion, those muscles are involved to it. Okay, right now we are working on the forearm. So when I work on the forearm, I work on the elbow as well, because the muscles, the forearm connected to the elbow all the way down to the wrist. Right now we're gonna work on the neck. Okay, so you see my thumb there? That thumb right there does not have pressure. Okay, the pressure mostly is my thenar. Okay, so right now the stretch. So my hand was holding the neck, right? But there has no pressure there. That is just stabilizing the neck. So the pressure was the way, all the way, like go straight through to the foot. Okay, so not all the way to the shoulder, straight down the pressure. So again, we're working the shoulder, the other side. So checking anterior shoulder, tightness, and then work on it. Right now we're draping the hand, the arms. Okay. So in session, you ask your clients, what is your goal for this session? So when your clients say, oh, I want a full body, and then I have, I have tightness in my shoulder, I have limited range of motion, this and that, but I want a full body. And you give a good amount to that shoulder, and you work all the muscles involved the shoulder. Okay. So this is my favorite right here in the hands, like all that muscle in the dorsal part of your hands. This is good. So yeah, that feels relaxing, especially for massage therapists. Or, arms can get tired so quick. Right now we are working on the ACM. So this muscles right here flexes your neck. This gets tight. This gets tight. Those people that use cell phones and read all the time, oh yeah, these muscles, they are very active. They pull your neck down. Okay, so we need to work on that one. Right now we are working the scalene. So scalene also flexes the head. Okay. So this right there, the base of the base of the head, that feels, it gets really tight, and that limit the range of motion of your neck, and then it gives you a headache. So this area needs to get loosened up. So right now a little stretch to the pectoralis. Okay. And then goes back working in the base close to the ears. So when you are going to turn the neck, be gentle about it. Okay. Yeah, so of course you're gonna work the other side as well. Gentle, but put a little bit of pressure, consistent pressure. But land your hand on the body, on the muscle gently, and then progressively add pressure. Okay. Right now I am working the back, the upper back. The clients, it actually feels really good. You are using their body weight to give pressure. So you do not need to put a lot of pressure. You just slide your fist, and then they are the one that's giving pressure by using their body weight. So mobilizing right here the pectoralis, that feels relaxing. Right now we're gonna work on the legs. So doing the legs like this, it gives me an advantage to work on the erectors. Erectors gets tight, and that needs work. So when you do that, this tender, this can be tender. Clients that have it's not flexible enough, because it's very tight erector. No, adductors, not erectors. I'm sorry about that. It's adductors, not erectors. Okay, so right here I'm working on the adductors area, and also the medial part of the quads. So very gentle, but adding pressure progressively. So actually it got a slow motion in this area right here. Yeah, it's just emphasizing very much on how's my stroke is doing. I don't know what's wrong with this video, but it got very, very slow. Okay, there you go. my the person that's doing the video is probably doing that in purpose anyway. So right now we're doing lateral quads. Okay, lateral quads. So jostling a little bit. This is a little bit faster than normal. Okay, so speed up the video a little bit, but normally I work a little bit slower, especially the muscles is tight, and then I work a little bit slow. Okay, so go all the way to the crest, because quads can get tight so easy, and then it actually affect your low back if your quads and hamstrings tight. So yeah. Right now there's another erectors. Why I keep saying erectors, adductors again. So we're gonna work on adductors, medial quads right there. Yeah, that muscles right there, the medial close to the knee. Yeah, that gets really tight. So now flexing the foot. Ooh, that feels really good. and the heel. Felt so good. Calves, don't forget the calves. A little bit of jostling to the hips area. I love jostling. And a little bit tug. Okay. When you're tugging right there, when you stretch, make sure your clients does not have hip surgery or knee surgery. Okay. So